The article I talk about today is children's books still promote gender stereotypes. I think that's true, and I think it's true not only in America context but also in a worldwide view. Um, Children books are dominated by male central characters, with the gender disparities sending children a message that women and girls occupy a less important role in society than men or boys. I think what surprised me is that when I was young, I did not realize that because I also was brainwashed that male is the dominant group in the society, just like my father is a leading character at my home. And when I was young, I watched lots of cartoons conveys the message that girls are weak and independent, sometimes even silly. For example, when I was young, I really liked a cartoon called Popeye the Sailors, and he is depicted uh as has a lack of manners and uneducated guy, but he's also always but he's strong and muscle. He can always come up with solutions for different type of problems. Some even I mean in illogic. Uh, but he also have a trouble girlfriend Olivia, and he needs always needs help. And every time when she calls Popeye, and her girlfriend's gonna help, and I think every day she did nothing except calling help. And when I go back to, I think when I go back to think about this, I think it's definitely drops girls' confidence and really puts them down because during that time, um, they already trying to figure themselves out, and when someone says to be a girl or boy, whether it is in book or TV, what impacts may bring, there may have a lot of impacts to children. They may think what they used to think are wrong because they are a girl, they cannot do this because they are weak and they are not as good as boys. For boys, sometimes they may also have fears or uncomfortable, but they still have to enforce themselves to stand out. I think because that's why they learn from books or cartoons. But children are not born biased. They are they are taught it. The article is self-convinced through representation of males and females in book contributes to children's idea of what it means to be boy, girl, man, or women, and it is totally wrong because the disproportionate numbers of males in central roles may encourage children to accept the invisibility of women and girls and to believe they are less important than men and boys, thereby reinforcing the gender system. I think books should give children the chance to explore new things and ideas, but the labeling books and certain subjects as only for one gender prevents children from doing this. Typical theme for boys includes robots, dinosaurs, astronauts, vehicles, football, and parrots, while girls are allowed princesses, fairies, makeup, flowers, butterflies, fashions, and cute animals. I know there is nothing wrong with these things, but it's wrong when they are presented as only for one gender. Girls can like parrots and adventure. Boys can like magic and dressing up. Why tell them otherwise? Why tell them that boys and girls should like different things and their interests never overlap? And I think I think that's what the children literature should convey, and that's also not what a educated person or teacher should tell to their students.